All right, now I'm going to give you a description of what the third content video is about. The topic is the timing of finding a right buyer. And I'm going to help you realize that buyers aren't just sitting in the rose bushes ready to jump out at you and be able to snap up your company. So I'm going to give you some realistic dynamics that are involved. I'm going to compare the buyers and the timing of a buyer to the similarity of trying to find someone to marry. We don't just show up, see a stranger, throw a ring on it, and then expect a lifetime of bliss. Well, buyers are the same way. Buyers show up, they kind of take an initial look, they kind of do a little interaction, they start to get a feel for your business to see if it's going to be a fit. And if you're like me at all, you dated more than just one woman, and the buyers are going to look at more than just one business. So that means that there's a number of businesses that they look at and then turn down. And if you're one of those they turn down, you'll start to understand why. We're going to go into comparing two real estate statistics that help you compare but also differentiate how selling your company is similar but dissimilar to selling a piece of property or selling your home. We're going to talk about cash and the shape of the deal. And from a buyer's perspective, you're going to start to understand of how they're looking for the right shape of a deal to be able to fit in with what their purpose is. And sometimes the shape of my company is not what somebody's looking to buy, and therefore once they understand that disconnection, then they move on, and that's perfectly fine. We'll talk about timing and availability, what the availability of the buyers even are to be able to come and purchase, much less the 6 resources that have to be lined up in order for the timing to work right for that buyer to be able to even be ready to buy your company. Then we're going to talk about how your broker is broadcasting, and they're broadcasting on 3 frequencies your deal, but how the buyer may be hearing what's on that frequency and misinterpreting it, but also they may not even be catching that frequency. And I'm going to talk about how geography plays into that. And then lastly, you and I have a responsibility. And I'm going to help you understand how you and I as the sellers might be either slowing down the deal process, or we might actually help speed up finding the right buyer. So I'm going to go over all that information. I'm looking forward to helping you be able to figure out what your exit's going to be like. So if you want to walk in the rose garden and enjoy the middle of the day, you'll be free to do so.